So okay, this is a HANA native HANA tutorial. Okay, in the last session we discussed about data types and a few of the DDL DML statements like insert, update, select, okay, create. These statements we gone through. So today what we are going to do is the last step in the last session, last topic what we discussed is select statement. We discussed about select star from table and select star from table with the where condition. These two are our last discussion topics. Okay. Now in today's class we will see how in what different cases we can write select statement. Okay. Select can be written in this way. At the same time we can use select in many other ways also. Okay. As a developer we must know a few other ways also how can we write select statement. Okay. In real time this is very important because when you do some analysis part and all, we may get into a requirement to use all these kind of select statements what we are going to discuss now. So listen carefully and let me know for any questions. Okay. um, so first one is select. So we can call them as select clauses also, means different ways we are going to use this. So let's see one by one. So the first one what we are going to discuss is select top 1000 from the table, okay, or two. So what it means, top 1000, top is a keyword here, okay. So by using this select statement, what happening is, even though, okay, in real time what will happen, if you written simply select star from any table, so if it contains less data, then system doesn't feel any burden and it will show you the data. But if your table contains millions of records and you simply written select star from table, what will happen? System will try to read each and every record from your table and try to display it on the screen. Okay. Then it will take a lot of, burden on the database, performance of the system also. So that's why it is not correct way to write select star from table every time. And when comes to HANA also, what happens? For example, this is your HANA database. If you written select star also, to make sure your system doesn't went into hang mode, SAP handles in such a way like it will always give top 1000, 5000 records only for you. Okay, even though if you written select statement also. But we should know what is the use of this top keyword. So by using this top keyword I can restrict my output to certain number of records. So here we written top 1000 rows from the table, okay, which gives only 1000. Even though your table contains 5000, 10,000 million records, it will give first 1000 records only from your table. Okay, here when I give top 2, it gives always first 2 records only. One more point, the difference between 1000 and 2 here is the statement how I written. You can write select a top 1000 star. It means all the columns from your table will be displayed on the screen, but only 1000 records will be displayed on your screen. And next one is select top number followed by columns. We know that, right? In our last session we seen either I can write select star from table, okay, we didn't discuss, or we can select only one particular column. Okay, so let's go into the system and see how it works. Okay, so this is my table. For example, in my system I have one table called sales underscore 2. In this table I have around 6 records are there. Okay, now what I am going to write, select top 4, okay, star. It means I am asking, okay, bring 4 records only, and then star means bring all columns information, means all these columns information from my table. Okay, from table name, simply drag and drop. Okay, no, system will populate the name and then click on execute. So even though my table contains 6 records, I given 4. That's the reason it is giving 4 records only, but 4 records with all the columns information from the table. And the next statement what we are going to learn is, if you don't want to see all the columns from your table and only interested on the document number column, In that case, just not to button your system, you can make your statement more okay, more specific to select top 4 doc number. So let me see what was the column name here. Doc underscore number is my column name. So select top 4 document number from HANA, from this table name. Okay, execute. You see here what happening, only particular that particular column only displaying on my screen. So this is the way how you can write top keyword in your select statement. Okay, so that's it. So based upon your requirement, if you want to see all records, go for star. If you want to see only some particular columns from your table, if you want to have multiple columns, document number, comma, material. If you need, you can give multiple columns also from your table. You see document number and material is coming from your table. Okay. Next, going to the next statement. This is select top. Okay. So next is select distinct. So what is meant by distinct keyword here? Okay. So distinct keyword is used to get the unique combination of data from the table. Distinct itself telling us it's a unique, okay, unique combination. Okay. So in this particular slide, to make it easy to understand by seeing the slide, I taken two parts. I taken the whole table data on the right hand side, and I applied this distinct keyword on my select statement to see how output looks like. So in my table, I have around 6 records are there. This is my data, total data. Now on this table, I have written a statement called select distinct material from table. So what will happen? It goes to material column. In the material column, it will try to identify the distinct values. So how many are there? M1, M2, M3. M1 we have duplicate, but even though we have duplicate, we are asking only distinct values. So M1 is 1, M2 and M3. This is my output. For example, if I come to if I apply the same statement on document number, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 are the distinct values of my document number column. If I come to created on column, then April 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So these 3 are the distinct dates of my created column. And come to unit, only ST is the single unit. That's it, because all are similar. Only one unique value is there on a unit. Okay. So this is how I can bring the distinct, how can use the distinct keyword in my select statement. Okay. So to use it practically, so now I'm going to SQL statement. I'm removing this top statement here. So how could you use distinct material from table? Execute. Spelling word distinct. Okay. So execute. You see M1, M2, M3. So in my table, I have 3 different distinct values are there. So when coming to this created on, let's use the same on created on also. Okay. Select distinct created on from table. So execute. So you see April 1st, March, April 2nd. These are the 3 distinct values on my which column? Created on column. Okay. And this distinct on not always work for single column. We can use this particular distinct column, distinct keyword on the combination of materials also, combination of columns also. Okay. So let's see what combination I can use here. So select distinct created on comma material. So when I am using single distinct created on column, I am getting 3 records. When I am using created on material, let's see how many. You see, I am getting 6 records because each combination here is unique. So this M1 March 1st, M1 is coming with March 1st, M1 is coming with April 2nd, M1 is coming with April 1st. So all the, even though M1 is repeated here, but why it is repeated? Because when it combines with created on, it is having a unique combination. That's the reason we are getting 6 records here. Okay. So this is how we use distinct keyword. So you can practice further, by creating different kind of records on your table and use this keyword to understand it better. Always do practice, okay? And use different cases. You know how to create a table here. Now how to insert records also, try to insert more records into the table and try these combinations to learn it more, to understand it in a better way. That's it. So this is about distinct. So next one is select with order by clause. Whatever I am telling, each keyword is very important in our day-to-day environment. Okay, we all use these keywords in our regular projects. We may get definitely these requirements. Okay, so that's why learning all these are important. Not learning with respect to topic wise, but real time also important keywords. Select star from order by. So what is order by? Order by generally, how to say this one? Yeah, order by, what will happen? It will keep our data in a sorting, means applying sorting condition on your table, on our output is, can be done by using order by keyword. So generally what happen when we write any select statement on a table, simply system will provide the output based upon the sequence of records it is available on my system. Okay, so what will happen? Let's see one example here. Okay, yeah, select material from 100 sales to. You see M1, M2, again M1 came, M2 came, M1, M3. So this particular sequence is nothing but the way how I have records available in my table. You see M1, M2, M1, M2, M1, M3. M1, M2, M1, M2, M1, M3. So this is how the records are available on my table in the same sequence, simply showing the material column information on my table. But if you want to sort this output in a sequential, like in ascending or descending order, then you must use this order by keyword. So simply after writing the select statement, this order by keyword we write at the end of the select statement. Order by material ascending. So ASC means ascending, DESC means descending. Okay, so let's say take for example ascending, ASC. So if I click on execute, then you see all M1s came first, M2 came second, M3 came third. So this is how SAP sorting the output according to my statement, order by material. Okay, for example, we can, I can write select star. It means select star from table means it will fetch all data from table, and then on the output, it will go to material column and sort in the ascending order. Let's try this also. Execute. Syntax incorrect material. One second. What is the issue? Select star from table. Material. What happened? Okay. You see here, I don't know what happened, but now it's working. Select star from table, order by material ascending. You see data came and then it was sorted. If you see here document number, you see document numbers also got sorted accordingly my sort condition on material. Okay, so when it is sorting the data, it is not only sorting this column, but entire record will be sorted. Actually 1001, then 1002, this is the second record in my table. But because I given applied sort condition on M material, so the fifth record came as a second record. Okay, remember, understand this point. Who doesn't know about, who are very freshers, freshers, they don't know exactly, that's why I'm telling again. So when we apply sort condition on material, it is not only sorting this column, but it will sort entire record, okay, from by using the sort condition. That's it. So then, and one more point, we can apply sort condition on multiple columns also. So for example, this is M1 material, and then I can apply, 1 minute, I'm checking for a proper one. So on M1, April 1st, March, April 2nd, you see, we have three different dates are there for M1 material. So now what I'm going to do is order by material ascending, and then I want to sort based on another column also, that is created on ascending. Okay, so I am applying now order by, means a sort condition on two different columns, both are in ascending order. Let's see how system behaves. Now you see M1, 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 and you on the created on also, first March 1st came, April 2nd, April 1st and April 2nd. This is also now sorted, you know. So what we learn here, we can apply the sort condition order by keyword on multiple columns also, and for each column I can specify my this ascending keyword. Okay, and what will happen if I don't give for it, this is trial and error. If you want to see what will happen if I don't give material and nothing anything here, then you can see this, still it is working as expected. And next thing is material, you can apply combination also. After material you can give descending and created on ascending. Let's see what will happen. You see, so material was sorted on descending order, M3, M2, M1, but created on was sorted on ascending order, March 1st, April 1, 2. Okay, so you can apply sorting order in different columns in different combinations also. It's all based upon your requirement and the way how you want to manipulate your output. That's it. So this is about order by class. Okay, in this example I applied here, I written clearly DESC means descending, ASC means ascending. Okay, and our output was sorted on column material in a descending format. Okay, M3, M2, M1. So next one is select with the group by. So what is group by? This is important. Okay, so what is a group by? So group by is used to aggregate the data. Okay, the people who are from BW background, aggregation means in cube data will be aggregated, right? In report also we will always see data in aggregated format based on the combination we are giving in the row section. Okay, for people with BW background can understand this statement. But like for general statement is group by class is used to aggregate the data. So to understand it very simple, I given here two examples. One is top 1000 data from my table. In my table, I have 6 records are there. Out of these 6 records, now what I am trying to do, I am selecting material, unit, and quantity. So my intention here of this select statement is I want the quantities per material. Quantity per material. It means for each material, for each unique material, I want the total of the quantity. It means M1 is having 2 times here, M1 200, M2 100, M3 3 times is there, summation is 300. So this way I want my output. Okay, so how I am going to write it? Select material, unit. Since why I am taking unit is because quantity always associated with unit, so better to have unit also on your select statement. So material, unit, quantity. So this quantity, what I am doing, I am applying one SQL function. So when something is there, something we are using with the brackets like this, sum of minimum, max of. So some SQL functions are there. So sum is one kind of function to do which perform summation or aggregation. So sum of quantity from my table name. And whenever I am using group by some function, whenever I am applying some functions on my select statement, it is mandatory to apply the group by class. Okay, so group by material and unit. So now see my output. My output is M2 100, M1 200, M3 300. So the way you see M1 is 200, so which is matching to my output. M2 I have only one record which is 100, that is matching with my report, and M3 which is having 3 lines and 300s means 300. Okay, so exactly matching means my output is correct. Now try to understand one more time what is sum, how to use sum function and group by class. So group by class is used to aggregate the data based upon our combination. Okay, and a few important points to remember when I am using group by. Okay, so yeah, let's go into the system and understand it better way. Okay, so this is my output. In my output, I have data like this. So I am going to write my select statement. Select material, unit, and quantity. Quantity. You see here what I am doing is I am not applying sum, directly writing group by material. See, when you are using this keyword group by, system doesn't allow, you whatever you write here, you see, system will do so many checks on your statement, whether it is proper, you written it properly or not. Okay, when you are using group by, it is mandatory to select all the characteristics. Material is a characteristic field, unit is a characteristic field, so you have to include all your characteristic fields here. Okay, and group by can be used only along with the combination of functions, sum of. Okay, sum, whenever you use functions like this, then you must use the group by class. See, now it is working. So M1 is 300, M3 is 200, M2 is 300. So M2 is 300. Let's go to our table and check M2 150 and M2 150. Yeah, M2 150, 300. So what exactly system is doing is, system is taking the unique combination of material and unit. So unit is always PC, so relieve it. So first system will check for M1. So M1 100 is there. So system will perform the sort first and then apply the summation on the table. Okay. So if I sorted with M1, then this is 100 and this is 100, this is 100. 3 records will come to the top. Then it will add all the 3 records and create this single record M1 300. Okay, and the sort means it may not apply sort, but if it applies sort previously, then generally I am expecting M2 below to below to M1, but it's not coming means it doesn't apply sort condition. Okay, but it will take all the unique combination, I think, whatever it may be. So sum is a keyword which is used to perform aggregation. And in the same way, we have many other functions available in our system. Max, average, for example, average is one of the function which we can use. If I execute this one, you see M2 is 150. Why I have M2 150? If I go to my table, M2, I have 2 records. In one record, I have 150. Second record also 150. So 150 plus 150, 300. And the number of records 2. 300 divided by 2, which is again 150. Average means sum by count. Sum is 300 and count is 2. So 300 by 2, again 150 came. Okay, so this way average works. So average, min, max, so many are there. So max is one kind of function again. So if you are applying any functions on your select statement, it is mandatory to apply group by. So when coming to group by, another important point is, if I remove unit, what will happen? System will scold us. You see, not a group by expression, say must be in group by class. Sales dot unit, unit also must be in the group by class. Okay, it is saying in this way. Why unit also? Because till the point we use the function, whatever before we have, all the characteristics must be available under group by class. That is the case here. Okay. Generally, this is the place where I am using function. Whatever below, before this function characteristic fields are there, all those I need to be added on the group by class. Okay, that is about group by. So here in our PPT, I given this example for our easy understanding. And next, select with extra columns. Okay, maybe the heading, little bit weird, but the intention here is we can write till now in our experience, we written select statement either with star or on the selected columns, correct? And what happened? We got the output. Now in this particular example, we are creating some extra columns in our output screen. Okay, so let's see the example, then it is easy to understand. So select a material, unit, quantity. So already material, unit, quantity. These three are the already existing columns on my table. Okay, in my table. Now, in my output, if I want to generate a new column, then I can write in this way. So what I am doing to do after quantity, comma, quantity into 20 as price. It means this particular keyword, okay, into quantity into 20 as price is it creates a new column on your output. This creates a new column only on your output, not on your database table. Okay, select statement is only retrieval statement which brings data from output from the table. When printing on the screen, it creates one extra column and displays according to our definition. Okay, so let's see it on the system side. So select star from table. So what was the output of this statement? It generally gives all the information from the table. Okay, for example, select star, comma, again I am writing material. Star means it is printing all the columns from the table. Again, after that, I given one comma and then written material again one more time. What it will do, you see, till unit, this is the structure of my table. After that, I written extra material one more time. So system is trying to bring this material information again. Okay. So like this, if you add any extra columns to your onto the output, system will do it. This material actually is part of your table structure. But now what we are learning is we can write some formulas also. Quantity is a column which is already available on my table, and to this quantity I am multiplying with 20. Okay, and then execute. Okay, we need to keep it in brackets. Okay, still it is asking to write as statement also. 1 second. Invalid column name quantity. Oh, quantity is not one. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's learn one by one. What will happen if I don't write this one? Okay, so select star means all the data from my table, comma. Now this is my extra column which I am trying to fetch. Quantity, which is part of my table information, into 20 I am trying to do, because quantity is a number field. I can perform arithmetic operations on top of it. Okay, quantity into 20. You see, it came quantity 100 into 20, 2000. But you see heading of the column is coming as what I defined here. In 1 second. So what is there here? Exactly same is coming as my column heading. This is looks weird. So this kind of headings are not looks nice. Okay, in the when we display, right? That's the reason what we are doing is we are giving an alias name, as it provides alias name to your column as price. Okay, if you write in this way, instead you see column name is at least coming little bit nicer by this time. Okay, so as is a keyword which is used to provide alias name to your column. Okay, and you can change your existing column names also. For example, select created on as a date, material, comma, quantity in comma quantity. Now let's see the output of it. You see, the created on field whatever we have earlier, now the column heading was changed to date by using this alias name. Okay, material is same, quantity is same, and whatever new column I am deriving, I given the name of the column as price. Okay, it was coming like this. So you can use multiply operation, you can use divided operation, anything, any arithmetic operation you can perform here on your any kind of formula. And we have some other ways also. We are going to learn one by one in coming slides. So when coming to my PPT here, so here I written one extra column as price. Now you can see the price column was derived on my output screen. I hope this is clear. And I highlighted this on with the yellow box just to, to differentiate what exactly extra written on the select statement. Now select with the case statement. So far what we learn, everything is simple. Okay, na? It's not too complex to understand, not too complex to write it on the select statement also. And from here, yeah, it is not too complex, but you must understand clearly how these works. Okay, now logical operators from here. So select with the case statement. Okay, yeah, switch in our BW sessions we already if statement, switch statement are there, right? Such kind of operation is it is. First I will try to explain what is happening here, then we will go for an example on the system side. So this is my data. I have total 6 records on my table on the right hand side, which I am showing on the right hand side. Now on this data, I am trying to write one extra column. So select star means it will fetch all the columns from my output. If you see on the left hand side, the screenshot, it is fetching all data from my table. After that, I am deriving one extra column as price. Okay, na? But when deriving this extra column, I have written this case statement. So how this case statement works? Case statement starts with case keyword and ends with end keyword. Okay, this is the case and this is the end. In between what you written is your logic. Okay, so I am applying this case statement on column material. You can apply the case statement on any one of the existing column on your output. Okay, so I am applying my case statement on the material. Okay, and after case material when, so what how it works is it will system will read the material information. So when comes to the first record, in first record I have value as m1, so system will read this material as m1 and then it will go to next step. When this value, whatever value is there on material, it will compare it with the when statement. When m1, yeah, m1 in my material is matching with my when statement m1. If both are matching, then what system will do? Then quantity into 20. So quantity 100 into 20, 2000. So 2000 will be read as my price information. Okay, it came correctly. Come to second statement. Second statement also when system try to process my second record, in the second record also I have m1 and m1 matching with my when statement m1. System is multiplying the value with 20, quantity into 20, 2000. When system processing third record m2, so in my case statement in my material I have m2, but in my when statement I have m1. Is m1 equal to m2? No. In that case, then it will goes to the else part. In the else we have 0, that's why system is giving output as 0. Okay, so now let's see this in the system to understand in better way. Okay, so initially select star comma. It means I am fetching all information from a table. As I said, case statement will starts with the case keyword. Okay, starts with case keyword, end with end keyword. In between, I need to write my logic as price. So case material, I'm writing my statement on material. Okay, case material when So when my material information is M1, means I'm checking, I'm validating with one hard coded M1 value. Okay, M1. Then what I need, I want quantity into 20. Okay, when my material is M1, I want to perform quantity into 20. So not only one line with M1, I can write multiple whens also. Okay, when M2, when M2, then quantity into 10. So this time when it is M2, I am multiplying with 10 only. So always better to write one else statement also. Else means when system doesn't satisfy M1 and M2 condition, then by default what I need is 0, quantity into 0 or 0, anything you can write, or else simply you can write quantity. Okay, so when only when my material is M1 or M2, then you perform some different operation. Anything else apart from M1, M2, just simply take quantity only as my price. Thus, this is my logic here. I'm trying to execute this output. Okay, let's see how it is working. On my first record, it is M1. So when it is M1, so what I am doing, when it is M1, I am trying to do quantity into 20. So 100 into 20, 2000, it's correct. When it is M2, I am multiplying with 10. So M2 with 10, 1500. So this statement is also correct. And my second statement is also M1, M2. Last statement, let's come to last statement. On the last statement, it is M3. So what my record contains M3, which is not matching with M1, not matching with M2. Finally, it comes to the else part. In the else part, I am displaying as it is quantity only. So 200 is displayed as 200 only. Okay. So this is how the case statement works and how to write it on the select statement. I hope this is helpful. So yeah, just practice this case statement with multiple examples, then you will get more idea. So after the when statement, I am writing some hard coded, I am verifying my data with a hard coded, it means direct value M1. Okay. Now, now next is select with the join. Okay. Da, 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 da. Or else let's stop here till case statement, then we will see all joins in a separate video. Okay, I am stopping my recording. Just to practice, to get practice, I will give the assignment at the end of joins to do some practice on it.